So this is a look at the new Parallax Background Generator tool in the Sorceress Game Creation Suite. Just finished this and I think it actually came out pretty cool. Here's a couple of examples. We got our forest background there, and we got an example of a dungeon background here. And the cool thing about this, let's check out a desert background here, but the cool thing about this is that you actually are able to generate any environment that you want. Let's see, we got a graveyard background here. Any environment that we want. This is all AI generated, and the green screen and backgrounds are cleaned up to basically one shot of parallax background. So let me give you an example. Let's go with something like a frosty, whoops, I better stop drive mode, frosty cavern. And what we can actually do here is we can get the magic prompt helper to suggest all of the layers for the different sections. So we got the foreground, midground, and background layers, and if you don't want to think of everything to generate, you can just have a little prompt suggestion, and it's rigged and configured in such a way to make the front layer look like it should be the front layer, the mid layer, and the background layer are all prompted in such a way that they come out looking correct for that sort of parallax effect. Now, of course, you can also get in there and modify these prompts exactly as you please, but you can also just very quickly have the magic prompt helper come up with a sort of scene idea for you. So initially, what we get is a let's say a part of our parallax background with a green screen. Very easy. We're just going to remove the green screen background from the first two sections, from the foreground and the midground. And then the background actually doesn't need any background removal at all, because it basically just sits in the background. So, and then once we have the backgrounds removed, we can adjust the position of our three layers and the scale of them to sort of get a feel for what it would actually look like in our game. And we can actually set this up in such a way that when we go to export and download all the files, the .json file, which contains the configuration, is also going to be exported. You can share that with your coding agent, and it can set up your background exactly, basically how you see it in the preview window. We can jump on over into test drive mode here and see how our parallax background would actually play in like a side scroller kind of game. Gentlemen and ladies, I hope you've enjoyed a look at the Parallax Background tool, a part of the Sorceress Game Creation Suite. See you in the next video.